What's up, guys? Back here again with the Mustang. We're doing more work here. Haven't done much the past couple of weeks as my wedding's tomorrow. So a couple of guys are coming over tonight. We're gonna have some beers. I'm gonna play with this thing, see what kind of trouble we could get into tonight, as my last night as a free man, as everybody says. But yeah, we're gonna sit here, play around, do some work. I've done a lot. I got some parts in. I haven't done too much craziness. But what I am doing now is I am working on the wiring, which is a total fucking disaster in this car. I started gutting out the stock harness on it, and I was doing that, and because I want things to work like blinkers, wipers, all the lights, brake lights, tail lights, trunk lights, license plate lights, headlights. I was going to do interior lights, but I'm actually just going to add a couple LEDs in there now on a door switch, on the driver door switch, and that's it. The ignition, I want everything working on the... Not everything's going to work on the ignition, but I want the accessory power to come off the ignition instead of on my switch panel. So I started gutting the stock harness, which, fucking, if anybody's worked on a Ford, you know how much their stock fucking wiring sucks. There's some of the dumbest fucking wiring I've seen in my life. I'm not the best when it comes to electrical, but I can build a harness because it's simple to build harnesses for lights and shit like that. This is some shit I've never seen. Coming from my Acura to this, it's like a whole nother world. Just the way shit's wired is unbelievable. I'm going to show you a sneak peek what's hanging under my dash right now. So what I did was I said, fuck it to hell. I'm cutting all the wires out. I'm doing all my own fucking harness. I'm going to use this factory switches, but I'm getting rid of their asinine wiring system, their asinine fuse panels. I'm going to add in my own fuse panel, my own relay breaker for it. Nice, nice universal panel. I'm not buying a painless kit or any of them wiring kits. I'm not spending that kind of money on wiring. I'm going to use most of the factory wiring to what's length, and then just put my own panel, my own fuses, my own connectors. I'll put fucking connectors everywhere so it makes it easier to come out. But I do want wipers in the car. I want a horn in the car. I'm gonna run some True Street events with this, so it needs to fit inside the rules, and inside the rules is drivable on the street by all state regulations, blah 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 blah. Which gives me another problem with my downpipe for my turbo, because you're not allowed to have a fender exit down. A fender exit, which I find funny, because if you look, they say your exhaust has to exit past the firewall. Well, you see this bottom of my fender, it's past my firewall. So I thought I can get away with that, but I guess I couldn't. They specifically stated no fender exhausts. So I'm not too necessarily sure on what I'm gonna do yet for an exhaust, because it's, if you guys remember, my turbo exit into the fender. I'll show you again just for anybody that doesn't know. So I mean, I'm gonna have a 5-inch exhaust exiting into the fender. I'm probably gonna have to make 2 downpipes and have it circle back around, and then I'll just dump it over the K-frame right past the firewall until it's dumped, because I don't remember them saying anything about mufflers on the car. So I mean, if there is, I gotta look at the rules again. I'm not trying to be a class racer, because you gotta be a millionaire to be a class racer. No, you can't compete with class racers. People max effort setups, 427 aluminum fucking LSX motors with fucking Billy Badass PT turbos, class legal turbos, yada yada. It's a $4,000 fucking turbo. So I'm building it around the rules so I can race in those classes if I want to, but I'm not going to be strict on myself to the point of where the car is going to turn into my Acura again and be fucking expensive as shit. So let's try to show you this here. Some of this wiring that I've done. I've gutted the whole trunk harness. So what's that? So I've gutted my whole, let's try this again. I've gutted my whole trunk harness, and I've got it down to 5 wires now. Brake lights, running lights, reverse lights, turn signals, license plate lights. So, I mean, the trunk is a high mess right now, but there's the harness sitting. I have it, you know, I got the, which is nice. I could use the factory wires. I could run them all the way up front, and I'll just put a douchebag connector on it and do it up, and that'll be nice. I think I just felt something weird. Yeah. I don't know what the hell happened there. I'll have to fix that. It's split open. I can see that high quality Ford fucking wiring there. So yeah, I gotta take apart the trunk harness, zip tie it all up, get it all heat shrinked up. I did save the where are they? Oh, the factory pins, so I'll tape those back into the harness, and then you know, so the harness could be plugged back into the factory spots, so it looks somewhat factory. I'm not going to be putting rear panels back into the car in the trunk because once it's mini tubbed, I don't even want to bother. It's going to be such a pain in the ass. So that is going to be, I don't know what I'm going to do back there yet. I don't know. I'll probably just spray some fresh green back there. One of my buddies is going to come down and do the sheet metal work in the trunk. I don't know if I showed you that or not. He's going to come down, bead roll it, and I was going to weld it into place, but I'm probably just going to rivet it now. You can see the holes through the floor all around. So he's going to come in and build me a whole tin panel for in the trunk that fits all that shit, and it's going to span the whole trunk. And I'll probably just leave that bare aluminum or paint it. I don't know. Who knows? I'll get bored and probably fucking color match it to the car or some shit. So that'll get riveted in. Yeah, so I gotta work more on this harness. I don't know if I showed you this disaster. That's what I'm working with underneath the dash. Yeah, it's a joke. Oh, got my race pack sitting in there too. So I mean, I want to use all the factory switches. You know, I got a radio. You can see it back there. You know, once I figure out where my shifter cable is gonna go, I'm gonna put a radio in. Probably just 2 door speakers. I was gonna get some fiberglass doors because I've really wanted lift-off doors for a long fucking time. Just because they make so much easier instead of having this fucking door halfway. I mean, my garage isn't the biggest garage. Eventually, I'm gonna try to get this wall knocked out because I got my other garages on the other side of that. But you know, that's gonna be some work and that's gonna be some money. So I was gonna do lift-off doors because these doors are like 90 pounds or how many ever pounds everybody says they are. But half these fucking classes, my car's got to weigh 3,600 pounds. Are you fucking kidding me? The car weighed 2,700 pounds from the factory. Goddamn V8 model was 3,000 pounds. So I mean, there's gonna be a little bit more weight in it with the cage and everything, but what? Oh fuck! There's no point to doing lightweight panels because the car's too fucking light as it is. It is getting a 4-inch Outlaw cowl hood. After I come back from my honeymoon, me and my other buddy Dave, we're gonna order one. We're gonna order them together so we could save on shipping. I am gonna get an 11-inch drag front bumper. I see a lot of people setting it up to where they can run it on the street with a closed front bumper, which honestly it's optimal because they're fucking hideous with a hole in it. So I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be the only lightweight components I have on the car because honestly there's no fucking point. I'd love to put a set of glass doors on it. I put a glass trunk on it, you know, glass fenders with the glass bumper all one piece with the lift off hood, and you know, have this thing down to like 2,400 pounds, 2,500 pounds. But then it's a grudge car or no time car, whatever the fuck people want to call it. But I don't have the budget to make the car 2,500 pounds and give it 2,000 horsepower to race in those classes, which aren't around this area anyway. A lot of classes I see they're 850 index, quarter mile, or ultra street, ultimate street, 8th mile racing, but they're 470s. You know, probably by the time this car done, they're gonna be in the 60s, and that's, you know, turbo guys get fucked in that class. So That's definitely a nitrous class, maybe a high-end blower class, but I can't compete in that class. I mean, I can compete, but on 470's fuck. Then I got to go to 25.5 cage, and it's just a whole shitload more work. So I'm gonna stop with all my rambling that I've been doing for the past 10 fucking minutes probably. I don't even know what the hell I've said. I actually got to go back and watch this again. But yeah, I'm gonna do some work on the harness. I'm gonna show you what I get done to this harness. I think I got some Raychem fucking heat shrink sleeving, tubing, whatever the hell it's called around here. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I did try some Nymex, and apparently my 1/4 inch measurements versus Chinese 1/4 inch measurements are two different measurements. Because what they sent me, I couldn't get 3 wires in there. So I think I have some of the heat shrink tubing around. I'm gonna see if that would probably look better anyway, but it's expensive. That's why I didn't want to use it. So we'll see. I'll show you guys when I got that all set up. All right.